Hello everyone, I've got Alex's wiring loom. If you remember, a few weeks ago I went to help my friend Alex with his Mini, helping him get it wired up. He's got a classic Mini with a Nissan K11 Nissan Micra engine in, and the idea was we'll get it all connected up, kind of jerry-rig the wiring together and get the Mini running. Unfortunately that didn't happen, so I've got his wiring loom and ECU and stuff here, and we're going to have a little bit of a test. So this is Alex's ECU, the fuse box, all the spaghetti of wiring, and then I've got this battery to hook it up to. So what I'm going to do is get it all connected up. This is the key in that immobiliser reader. I will get it all connected up, and what I'm hoping to do is to be able to enable the ignition on and see a fuel pump prime. This is a fuel pump wire. So reading the description in the auto data that I've looked at on the laptop, I've looked at an ECU wiring diagram. We should turn the ignition on and the fuel pump should prime. So I have been playing with it a little bit already. That's a fuel pump relay. I'll take you through a little bit of what I've done so far, but it's not proven very successful. I think I might end up stripping a load of the insulation off the wiring to try and kind of start afresh, I guess. I need to understand where the lives and earths go into the ECU. There's a bunch of earths somewhere that are connected to the negative battery terminal. So I've got a little bit of work to do to try and work things out, and then hopefully we can come up with a reason why they're not working. Now then, you may need to excuse the camera angle because I've lost my tripod. I don't know how you lose a tripod, but it's vanished, hasn't it? So I've got Alex's things here. I'm going to hook up the negatives and just start testing a few wires out. So far, when you put the ignition on, these three relays throw over and sends power out of these various wires here. So I need to determine which one's powering these two units, make sure they get power and they've got earth, and then I know I'm getting power to the fuel pump relay. I need to check I'm getting my power and earth to the ECU, and then I need to try and figure out why it's not, why we're not getting any fuel pump prime, which according to the auto data we should. So I'll have a bit of a play around the test. I'll probably chuck you on time lapse while I have a play on a test and come back to you when I've got somewhere. So I've spent a fair bit of time, as you hopefully have seen on the time lapse, going through this wiring loom and ECU. So the ECU and the immobiliser bits are both receiving lives and ignition lives and earths where they should be, which is quite annoying. I've been going through the wiring diagram on there, checking it all out. So everything appears to be connected and communicating. What I need to understand is if there's anything missing from this loom, any other modules, or it's all a little bit strange. So I'm going to carry on with it and see what I can work out, but at the moment I still can't get the fuel pump prime signal. That's what I'm trying to do. If it's all communicating and working okay, we should be getting a fuel pump prime signal. So that's what I still can't get. So I'm going to carry on and see what I can come up with. So I'm at a bit of a loss. Everything seems to check out. The wiring's all there. I've got power and earth and stuff. I can't check some of the wires, what they do on the immobiliser bits, because I can't find. I've got a Haynes manual somewhere for this wiring loom for this car, but I can't find where it is. So I've got a little bit more work to do, I think, but at the moment I think I'm stuck. Everything seems to check out, but we just don't get that fuel pump relay trigger. It should go to earth in the ECU. I think I need to find a better wiring diagram and put a little bit more time into it. Probably should strip that fuse box off it. I don't think it needs a fuse box for the immobiliser, does it? It is just a fuse box. It's not doing anything clever. Just adds complication and a data link connector. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to strip the loom down a bit more and try and understand a bit more. But I think that's going to be next time. This will do for this one. Scratching my head. If anyone's got any good resources to go to for micro wiring looms, then let me know and I'll have a look. Thanks. Because yeah, this is a little bit confusing at the moment. I'll just run through what I've done again, and then I think that'll be it for today. So that is 12-volt battery. That is all the earths. That's all the injectors and sensors and bits and pieces wiring. I've took a load of insulation off this. So this is the immobiliser key reader. That's the module. Then we've got the ECU there. So everything seems to, all the lives and earths and stuff come back to this here. This fuse box. We've got all the right fuses in there. I've checked on there the fuse layouts. They're all there. This relay here is the fuel pump relay, and that black and yellow wire just in there on that pin there, the ECU should earth that and run, which will allow the fuel pump to run, which will give feed on. I don't know where the fuel pump wire's gone. It's floating about somewhere. Anyway, so that the ECU, when it's happy, should earth that for 5 seconds when the ignition is turned on, and then that should be happy. So it's not doing that. It should do that because everything checks out. So I need to put a little more thought into it. That's ignition. See, the guy who made the loom said ignition power into this. So the two big fat green wires into there. Ignition power. So I'm a little confused at the moment because it doesn't power up, quite simply, and I don't know why.